All right, let's talk about the 2024 wild card round playoff predictions. So yeah, let's get into it, man. Appreciate y'all for jumping in. Check out the NFL playlist. Don't forget they fired Doug Peterson from Jacksonville Jaguars, and they kept the GM. On top of that, Gerard Merrill got fired last night, head coach of the Baltimore. For the New England Patriots. So let's see if we can pull up this wild card round. So very interesting. Let you know the TV dates and all that stuff. What's going down. But like I said, hit the link tree. Go check out my Detroit channel, Murder City Sports Talk Lions, Pistons, some other things over there. So here we go. Los Angeles Rams, Houston Texans, 4:30. CBS kickoff wild card round, and wild card weekend. The Chargers will be visiting Houston. It's first game, 4:30. I like this game. Tickets ain't too expensive if you're in the Houston area. Just that CJ Stroud just don't really have the receivers. I did a video on Stroud, but a lot of people were saying that Stroud was finished and he washed and this, that, and the third. Remember, we was hearing that about Stroud and all that stuff. I don't really think that's the case. I just think, they not blocking for him this year. Teams are preparing for him this year. They seen what they did well last year. And now they really like, okay, we see what we're doing. Then they not blocking for him this year. So then, anywhere Stephon Diggs go, it seemed like losing follows or bad luck follows. So yeah, I think it's a different thing right here. But, if I had to give my pick here, I just like what Chargers defense is doing. They got J.K. Dobbs back. So yeah, they got J.K. Dobbs back, and and I think they're gonna run the ball. And Quentin Johnston had a big game yesterday. McConkley out of Georgia be giving them big games. For them, the only thing they really missing is explosive receiving threat, a consistent receiving threat. So Harbaugh is really focused on winning the trenches, winning those trenches. That's what he really focused on, winning those trenches. So, not to hold it up too long, I just think once you look at this game, I'm gonna roll with the Chargers. It'll be a dogfight. It'll be a 17-21 type of game. I think Chargers, a really, really good defense too. Really good defense. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough game, but I take the Chargers by 4. I just don't think Houston got enough offensive way. They still got Nico and Joe Mixon, and then Stroud connection with the tight end Schultz has been horrible this year too. Pittsburgh and Baltimore. I love Lamar Jackson, but this is gonna be the first game is on CBS Paramount Plus, so you can watch it on CBS or the Paramount Plus app, which is pretty good. I've been watching. I watched all 3 Quiet Places on there because I had never seen it. Pittsburgh and Baltimore, 8:00 game in Pittsburgh is going to be cold as hell. 8:00 game in Baltimore is going to be cold as hell. I don't know why they made this the 8:00 game, but usually the 8:00 game is the worst slot. This is one of the worst. The Saturday games is the 2 of the worst TV slots. That I was listening to Skip Bayless say this a couple years ago. That Saturday night game is it's where is bad. They think it's gonna be the worst game. Maybe because it's gonna be cold. There's gonna be a slobber knocker. I don't know. So but I got Pittsburgh for the upset. It's just a feeling. I got the Pittsburgh for the upset. I think Pittsburgh went on the late. Boswell, is that their kicker name? Field goal. I think Pittsburgh upset Baltimore, send Baltimore back home. Lamar eventually gets his inaugural MVP. I know Pittsburgh, ain't been looking good since they locked up the playoff spot. They was rolling for a minute and they folded. But I got a feeling that Pittsburgh gonna upset Baltimore. They usually have Lamar number. I know Lamar got them last time. Don't forget Zay Flowers is out in this game as well too. So you're gonna see a lot of Rashad Bateman. You're probably gonna see a lot more Derrick Henry out the backfield. And I'm telling you, playing a division opponent is very hard. 3 times. So I'm pretty sure Baltimore opened up as a favorite, and I'll let y'all know that at the end. I'll pull all that shit up. But I think Pittsburgh gonna find a way to win this game. Yep. I think Pittsburgh is going. I think Zay Flowers probably hurt his knee in the season finale. I think Baltimore's woes in the playoffs. This is my personal opinion. So I got Baltimore getting upset by Pittsburgh in the first round. So that's my upset special. I got another upset special. So those games are 4:30 CBS, Los Angeles versus Houston, and then 3.5 hours later on Prime Video, Amazon Prime, Pittsburgh and Baltimore. I don't know why they putting playoff games on Prime Video though. I don't get that, but all right, Sunday's matchup. This the cream filling of the Oreo. Denver and Buffalo 1 o'clock at CBS, inaugural football start time on a Sunday. In Buffalo, I got Denver upsetting Buffalo. I could be wrong once again, but I got Denver upsetting Buffalo. I think Denver win by 3. I think their defense puts Josh Allen in the blender. Amari Cooper ain't been showing up for them this whole thing. He don't show up in the playoffs. I think they put a stop to James Cook, and I think Josh Allen turns the ball over a few times. I know Bo Nix is really a guy that you look at like, do you trust him? But I'm going into that trusty. I like something that Sean Payton said in the locker room. He said that it's nothing like being young and young and dangerous in the playoffs. And he's right. They're young and they don't know no better. So as long as Bo Nix protect the ball better than Josh Allen protect the ball, I feel they're going to win this game. I think their defense is going to be too much for the Buffalo Bills. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think Buffalo defense is they don't have no pressure. They don't have no pressure going to all the pressure on Buffalo. Denver playing the cold, Buffalo playing the cold. I think this is my humble opinion on this. It's my humble opinion on this. I think Denver gonna get them, and it's gonna surprise a lot of people too. Josh Allen with the turning that ball over, that playoff pressure gonna be there. Remember, they almost lost to Miami with that Skylar Thompson is back up a couple years ago. So that's my personal opinion. I like Denver to get the dub. Green Bay, Philadelphia. Jordan Love hurt his elbow, so I don't know where Jordan Love is at this progression in his career right now. They said he should be good to go. I looked it up real quick. So yeah, he should be good to go. So, but I don't like the way Green Bay been looking the last couple weeks. I ain't like the way they looked before he got hurt versus Chicago. Well, Chicago got a formidable defense to keep it funky with you. So it's a 4:30 game on Fox in Philadelphia. I like Philadelphia. Philadelphia will run. This is a rematch from they played in Brazil week 1. They open in week 1. I like Philadelphia run through them. This would be a 14-31 type of game. Not much to talk about here. Green Bay just ass this year. Washington and Tampa Bay, 8 o'clock Sunday night. This is a good one. I think a lot of people are going to go with, Jaden Daniels. But the thing about Tampa is I think I like a lot of the exotic blitzes that Ty Bowles does. So that becomes a problem. He does a lot of exotic blitzes. He does a lot of exotic blitzes. So when you're dealing with a guy like Ty Bowles who do a lot of exotic blitzes, um, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. I'm telling you that right now. That's gonna be tough. So yeah, when you dealing with a dude like that who do a lot of exotic blitzes on Jaden Daniels, it's gonna be if Jaden Daniels can pick up that pressure, protection wise, anything defensively. Washington, I don't know if Marshawn Lattimore is gonna play. He Mike Evans kryptonite. If Lattimore plays, I like Washington. Washington will probably go to Tampa, win this game. I'm gonna say 24-27. I think Jaden Daniels, that beat up Tampa secondary, if he can pick up that pressure, because they don't run the ball a lot in Washington. I think Washington to get the win by 3. Obviously Tampa has the experience. But if Marshawn Lattimore played, man, he be making Mike Evans his bitch. Let's keep it funky. So I'm gonna go with Washington. And then the last game, Monday night ESPN, Minnesota, Los Angeles. Los Angeles already beat Minnesota. They already beat Minnesota once. Look at them, playoff tickets, $104. LA don't care nothing about football. LA shouldn't even have sports teams. Too much shit to do in LA. They should move the Lakers back to Minnesota. But I think Minnesota get the win. I'm gonna say Minnesota win the rematch. They're gonna go on the road. They're gonna beat LA. So I think they'll beat LA probably by 3, 4, something like that. But I got Minnesota beating LA in the rematch. So we going with Minnesota, Washington, Philly, Denver upset, Pittsburgh upset over Baltimore, and the Chargers to beat Houston, which I don't think is much of an upset, but we could look at the book. So Houston is the underdog to Los Angeles. Obviously, Pittsburgh is a big underdog to Baltimore. Obviously, Denver is a big underdog to Bills, and they got 9.5. They got Ravens by 9.5, and the Bills by 8.5. Philly, obviously the favorite by 4.5 over Green Bay. Tampa is the favorite by 3.5 over Washington, and Minnesota is the favorite on the road to LA. So, yep, that's all I pretty much got. Appreciate y'all. Check out the NFL playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere you need to reach out. Instagram, X, Facebook, the fastest ways. And check out the Patreon. Peace.